Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, hey, hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah, hey.
Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living in Santa Rosa. I'm Russ Laguerre, your assistant minister. When we look at life, we start to see that the divine shows up in more than one way. It shows up in all of us, uniquely. When we recognize that, something powerful happens. We begin to care about including others, and we begin to care that people are supported in all of the ways that they need to thrive. And that's the heart of equity. It's about honoring that unique spark each person carries, and it's about making sure that that spark has all that it needs to shine. When we value each expression of the infinite, we create a world where everyone has space to flourish and to be recognized as an essential part of the whole. And whether you're in the room or you're on YouTube, you are very welcome here, where we aspire to recognize unity by honoring equity, diversity, and inclusion. And I invite you now to please join me in reading out loud our mission. The Center for Spiritual Living is a spiritual community that promotes global transformation through personal transformation. Our purpose is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. We are motivated by a compelling global vision that inspires us to bring the gifts of compassion, integrity, and loving kindness to the world through our programs and teaching, Together, we're helping create a world that works for everyone. Equity calls us to listen deeply, to acknowledge each person's inherent worth, and to actively support their journey toward fulfillment. It's about creating an environment where people may have the opportunity to thrive within the greater whole. As Howard Thurman insightfully reminds us, there is a profound ground of unity that is more pertinent and authentic than all the unilateral dimensions of our lives. When we recognize this unity, equity transforms into a living practice of love and mutual respect. At the center, we teach 5 spiritual practices to help us embrace equity, and please read those out loud with me. Spiritual study, affirmative prayer, meditation, selfless service, spiritual circulation. Now I'd like to take this moment to extend a warm welcome to our first-time visitors. If you're a first-time visitor, would you please stand or raise your hand? We would love to bring you a flower and a booklet of information about our center as a token of our gratitude for you being here today. And if you're watching online for the first time, please let us know in the chat. We're so grateful to have you here. I know that somewhere in the music, the meditation, the prayer, the practices, and Dr. Edwards' message today, you will find exactly what you need to experience for the next step of your spiritual unfoldment. You are welcome here. Now, please enjoy some music before we spend our short time in silent contemplation and prayer.
Living Spirit, I am grateful. Loving Spirit, I am free. So many gifts upon my table. Loving kindness is to me. Living Spirit, I am grateful. Loving Spirit, for the way, for this rich, abundant living, every single day. I give thanks for the knowing, and I give thanks for the way your love is overflowing every time I pray. And I thank you, God, for one good day. Living Spirit, I am grateful. Loving Spirit, I am free. So many gifts upon my table. Loving kindness is to me. Living Spirit, I am grateful. Loving Spirit, for the way, for this rich, abundant living, I give thanks for the knowing, and I give thanks for the way your love is overflowing every time I pray. And I thank you, God. Oh, I thank you, God, for one good day.
There is only one life. That life is power. That life is infinitely present. That life is creator and creation. It is the ground of all being from which all else is rooted. And it simply is here right now as the source of absoluteness, absolute balance, absolute harmony, absolute equilibrium. It is that divine essence that flows through each and every one of its creations, connecting the intra with the divine itself and the inter with each other, making us all one. It is whole, perfect, and complete as love, as spacious wholeness that enholds and folds and encompasses. And it is incessantly flowing, moving life forward. As I am connected to that infinite presence, that creator, that source, so is each one here in this sanctuary, online, and in the universe beyond. Each of us graced in the gift of humanness, that divine spark placed in us to be individuated expressions of the divine, walk through our day, showing the world who each of us is as a diverse representation of the divine itself, making the world a far better place. I accept for this service today the love of community, the love of togetherness, the knowingness that we are connected to each other as one, and that one is the message through each part of this service. I give great thanks for this time together, and I simply release this word into the law, which always acts as it is directed. And together we say, and so it is. Woo. Yeah. Well. My name is Peggy Weber, and I am a prayer practitioner here, loving this community to the depths of my feet. I just love when I come in here. Please join me in saying the affirmation that's on the board. I mindfully develop an attitude of receptivity, and so it is.
Something great is happening, love is taking hold and it won't let go of us now.
Something new is calling us, flowing up with motion. What drops in one ocean roll on. Will you rise up
With me today, lift up your voice and boldly say, we are the ones we've been waiting for. Live the dream of your highest calling, be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share the gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's a moment for our greatness. Let's stand together now. Oh, oh. Every day's a chance you can do something amazing to feel your passion blazing and shine. Oh,
in with every vision and dance in new directions. Explode to new heights in your mind.
I will rise up with you today. Lift up my voice and boldly say, we are the ones we've been waiting for. With the dreams of your highest calling, be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's the moment for our greatness. Let's stand together now. Oh, oh. One dream, one voice, one heart, one world, one dream, one voice, one heart, one world. Stand together, one dream, one voice, one heart, one world. Stand together. Live the dream of your highest calling, be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share the gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's the moment for our greatness. Let's stand together. Live the dreams of your highest calling, be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share the gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's the moment for our greatness. Let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Let's stand together. Sing it with us. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together.
Well, we can just go home now. Good morning. Some philosophers say that courage is the most important of all the virtues, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtues consistently. You can't be consistently fair, kind, true, or honest, or generous. None of these things. You can be anything erratically, but to be it consistently, you have to have courage. That's Dr. Maya Angelou. Yeah. Do you know what else takes courage and consistent practice? Being optimistic. Optimism is a yes-and approach to life, a yes-and approach to life right at that moment when you don't have enough evidence that it's going to be okay. Right when things are difficult and hard, optimism asks, and what else? What else is possible? What else wants to emerge? What is the next right idea? And that approach to life takes courage and consistent practice. I am extremely optimistic about our future. Because there are so many people like you who care. People who long to live in a world where we connect and share and grow and thrive together. People who, despite everything, keep on showing up for each other. And it takes courage and consistent practice to keep on keeping on. I am optimistic because of what the pandemic taught us. We know now that we can adapt. We know now that we can evolve fast and learn quickly. We know now that we are made of strong stuff. We know now how important it is to us to be together. We know now, more than ever, that we need and want each other. I am optimistic because of what I've learned here at the Center for Spiritual Living, that the attitude of my mind can shape the world I experience, and yes, can shape the world that we share. I learned here that we have creative input into the future by what we plant in our consciousness today. Now, without denying hardship, without bypassing grief or frustration, but by refusing to flood the garden of the mind with fear. While forgetting all the while to supplement the soil with courage and hope. You see, today's topic is preparing the soil. When I prepare the soil for planting in my garden at home, I don't pour poison into it. If I want a beautiful garden in the future, I have to tend to it today. I have to watch for those plants that want to take over. I love mint. And I learned the hard way that it can be a bully. Yeah. If I don't pay attention to this plant, it will send its aggressive runners above the ground in plain sight. And drop its fast-growing roots everywhere, and it's thirsty. It drinks all the water that the other plants need to grow. So I've learned it must be contained. Yeah. It must be managed. Yeah. And when I want to plant something new where once mint was before, that takes consistency and attention and courage and care, because I have to prepare the soil and make sure how much of the mint can I allow to remain, because it will come back and it will come back and it will take over. I've also learned to choose companion plants such as rosemary and sage, because they can resist being taken over by the mint. I can't be erratic about this. No, I can't be erratic about my garden. I have to be consistent. I have to be mindful. I have to be watchful. I have to be calm. And I have to be clear about what it is that I want to thrive in the garden, and then take appropriate action. And of course, the same thing is true with my mind. Today, am I letting vigorous, aggressive, bullying thoughts take root? And as beautiful and as fascinating as those thoughts are they taking over my mind? How am I preparing the garden today for the future bloom I wish to experience? Psychology Today shared a practice, though on the surface it may seem simple. It carries tremendous power, and it works within our Science of Mind teaching context. Take 4 days, consecutive days, and then each day write what you would like to see happen. So on day 1, in the evening or in the morning, write down what you would like to see happen tomorrow. On day 2, write down what you would like to see happen next week. Day 3, write down what you would like to see happen next month. Day 4, write down what you would like to see happen next year. Now, keep it ethical. Keep it fun. Dream big, but not so big that your intellect just shuts down, because this exercise is the way to train your imagination to think beyond what is happening now. And that takes courage. It takes consistency. And it is how you prepare the soil of your mind. And this isn't escaping reality. This is choosing not to be consumed by the abundance of aggressive bullying, vigorously growing negativity. Now, someone might say, all of this constant reframing into positivity, it risks ignoring important and difficult emotions, especially when injustice is present. Yes. That's true. We have to be mindful of that. Yes. We must be mindful not to minimize the impact of structural societal inequities and injustices. Yes. We've still got work to do. And as students of metaphysics, we learn that at the same time that we tend to our obligations and our responsibilities in the world, we also at the same time take care of what is taking root inside our minds. We learn that the images we nourish in our minds matter. So we practice. We practice imagining a world of wholeness and cooperation, and then I think, when I close my eyes, can I imagine myself in that world, or is it still far off? And this practice is more than wishing. It's more than hoping. It's the practice of getting so clear in my mind that it begins to feel more normal to me than anything else. It begins to feel inevitable and natural, and then that feeling begins to influence my words and my actions. It influences what I will accept and what I won't. It influences what I will do and what I won't stand for. And yes, someone might say that is hard to do, given all of the loss and uncertainty and fear. To which I say, yes, that's true. It's hard. It takes courage and consistent practice to be visionary. It takes courage and consistency to be calm in the middle of a storm. It takes courage and consistency to practice being certain. It takes courage and consistency to practice feeding my mind with hope when there is little evidence of progress or help coming. And so I remind myself that there is tension in growth. New life must break through the eggshell. It's an effort. New growth must push through the hardened ground. New thoughts must interrupt the old, invasive, aggressive patterns. That's just the way of things. That's the path of transformation. And on the other side of that breakthrough is the newness and the new cycle of a new creation. So I must courageously keep on keeping on. I must consistently identify my mind with newness and develop a sense of expectancy. I must keep clear before me the optimistic vision towards which I am growing. I must think of myself as the initiator of change. I must saturate my mind with life-affirming awareness of the creative energy of life itself, even while I face hardships, even while I'm tasked to do what is mine to do in the world, even when I'm struggling and when I'm not. This is what Dr. Ernest Holmes, our founder, meant by maintaining spiritual poise. Poise. Spiritual poise means this: be balanced, be self-confident, be composed, be steady, be stable, be optimistic. And that takes courage and consistent practice to be that poise. According to the website Very Well Mind, the benefits of optimism include many of the qualities I've just mentioned. It says that studies show that optimism leads to confidence in decision-making, better physical and mental health, greater resilience and preparedness, improved sleep, and quality of life, and even, some say, a longer lifespan. And it's not because optimists don't ever suffer disappointment. They do. It's not because optimists don't experience setbacks. We do. Rather, it's because they don't quit. Like a practicing metaphysician. We don't quit. We don't know when it's time to quit. Optimists do not give up on themselves nor on the world. Yep, that's not something we do. We don't quit. We stand straight up. My grandmother was like that, you know. She had confidence in the working out of things in this life. And someone once asked her, why do you always say it's all going to work out? I mean, you've suffered so much and you have so much evidence that it's not going to. So much pain in your body, so much suffering in your family. Why stay positive? Why insist that it'll all work out in the end? To which she replied, if I don't, who will? And I think of that statement. You know, when I heard it the first time, it stuck in me. I think of it. If not me, then who? That's spiritual poise. And then someone told her, Florence, that was her name, don't get your hopes up. To which she replied, why not? What's the alternative? To keep them low? You see, that wasn't denial on her part. That was courage. She knew pain and suffering intimately from her illness, from her brutal, harsh upbringing. And at the same time, she had this confidence in the working out of things, and she had the courage to be patient and active at the same time. She could wait while she was doing what was hers to do at the same time. You see, she knew how to be in it without giving up to it. I learned from her. I learned to have the courage to ask myself, if not me, who? Who am I waiting for? Who will dream and hope and help? So I ask you, what are you daring to dream of? What's your vision for tomorrow, for next week, for next month, for next year? And what happens in you when you allow yourself to get your hopes up? What energy does it stir up in your chest when you turn to your courage and dare to know what your mind is capable of? I believe what happens inside is that we are stirring up the creative energy of mind and giving it new direction. What are you planning for and preparing for? Because this is how we prepare the soil of our minds to receive the seed of the vision that will grow into the greater yet to be. And if it is hard to do right now, then you know how important it is that it must be done. My grandmother also taught me not to force things. You know, there's a time for everything. She didn't try to dominate life. She had a confidence in it. She also knew how to be in the mystery of not knowing. She could be with her pain and even with her fear and discontent. She could feel it, but not be consumed by it, because she knew that she had work to do in the world, work that couldn't wait for her to feel better. And she also taught me that not feeling optimistic all the time is human. It's okay. She would just say to me, just hang in there. You'll see. It'll be okay. You come back when you're ready. I grew up with her in South Africa, living in a world of uncertainty and fear under an oppressive government, in a world that was on the surface democratic for some, but structurally undemocratic for the vast majority of people. And when the apartheid regime ended, the country was in that place in between, no longer what it used to be, and not yet what it would become. And if you've ever been in that place in your life, you likely know that it takes courage and poise, but not force. You likely know that staying centered while things sort themselves out takes consistent practice and poise. You likely know, like my grandmother did, that you've got work to do inside your mind and outside in the world. Now, at the Center for Spiritual Living, we are not told what work in the world we must do. Let each person figure that out according to their own conscience. We are taught about the work that is ours to do inside, which is to mindfully, courageously, and consistently practice. Practice what? Practice returning over and over again to our center of calm. Practicing training our imagination to think beyond what is happening right now. 3, to keep on keeping on. 4, we are taught to go within, to breathe, to sit quietly, and to remember that there is that within which remains steady throughout all of life's changes. Now, what is that something? What is the deeper rhythm of life beyond the chaos? It's known by many names. We call it the living Spirit Almighty within. We know it as our intuition and our guidance. We call it the creative energy of life that responds to the mindset that we create. And so our work then is to stay aware of it, stay tuned into it, and to keep on planting the vision of a world that works better for all. So my inner work is to stay attentive to that, even when I have no idea how it will come to be. My work then is to get my hopes so high that they are no longer hopes, but instead they become an atmosphere of expectancy, of excitement, of inevitability. Like when I was a kid, I remember the first time our family drove to the coast for a vacation. The first time. I had no experience of the ocean or the beach, but I knew in my bones that it was inevitable that we would get there and that it would be wonderful. And we will get there. I know that. Some philosophers say that courage is the most important of all virtues, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtues consistently. You can't be consistently fair, kind, true, or honest, or generous. None of those things. You can be anything erratically, but to be it consistently, you have to have courage. I am incredibly optimistic about our future, not because I'm ignoring life's challenges or difficulties, but because there are people in the world like you. Let us pray. In the infinity of this moment, my awareness turns to that which is eternally present, above all, beneath all, and within all. That which is the ground of all being and the source of all life. Turning my attention to that energy, I realize I am part of it, an expression of it, one with it. And through this and my shared heritage of all in this place, I realize a deeper sense of unity and belonging. I identify myself with the infinite nature of the living Spirit. I recognize its expansive creative nature in my own thought and inclination. I have confidence in it. And through this sense of identification, I realize that I am in the right place at the right time, currently engaged in the right activity of dreaming and visioning and loving and being. Through this awareness, then, I realize that my good depends on no person, no place, no thing, no government, no nothing, but instead on the solid, sure, secure awareness of that which lives through me. I stand strong in that awareness. I plant both feet on the solid foundation of my spiritual identity. I lift up my eyes and I look forward with creation in mind. And I know that even as I speak these words, the creative energy of life rallies and responds and wraps itself around me and all who travel in this direction. I know I am called to a vision of a world that works for all, and though I may not know how that is to come to pass, there is that within me that does know. And I yield to it, listening carefully and following diligently. I give thanks for this moment of prayer and the restoration of my spirit, and I release this word into that aspect of the divine that is listening and responding now. And I invite you to say with me, and so it is. It is time for us to support our center with our financial contributions. Please prepare your gift. And if you are new, please know that there are all kinds of ways that you can contribute. On our website, there is information about setting up automatic contributions, or you can even text to give. And may I say thank you in advance for whatever it is that you contribute to our center, because our center is run almost exclusively on the kind-hearted and generous contributions of people like you. And through that generosity, we have sustained ourselves for over 70 years in Sonoma County and look forward to another 70 years of the same. Will the ushers please stand as you prepare your gift, saying, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and prosper. It does amazing work in the world. And so it is. Ushers, please receive the gift.
the freedom of choice, Spirit.
Thank you again for all the gifts that you share. Now, I have to say, I have been loving our Wednesday evening services, and there's something so special about the energy that we've been creating by coming together, and I'm really excited to invite you to what's coming next. Did you know that each step of spiritual mind treatment, that's what we call affirmative prayer, can be its own spiritual practice? Well, it can. And I'm so excited to tell you all about it. Starting this Wednesday at 7 p.m., we're going to kick off a new 5-week series where we'll explore each step of spiritual mind treatment, and we're going to do it in a fresh and meaningful way. Einstein valued silence. So did Emily Dickinson, and so did Thich Nhat Hanh, whose soft-spoken wisdom and steady mindfulness invited the world to slow down and wake up. Again and again, the world is shaped not just by the loudest voices, but by those who lead from stillness. That's the heart of the power of introversion, a new class with Dr. Edward starting Monday, April 7th, that's tomorrow. And in this class, Dr. Edward invites us to explore the strength that lives beneath the surface, the kind that comes from reflection, presence, and deep inner clarity. So if you've been craving the space to slow down, and to reconnect with your natural rhythm, this is a beautiful place to begin. Oscar Wilde once said, "To love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance." Loving yourself is about honoring your own worth as sacred. In Radical Self-Love, a 6-week class with practitioner Krista McAtee, you'll be invited into a more loving relationship with yourself, one that's rooted in compassion and care. And you'll look at what keeps self-love at arm's length and learn how to soften those patterns and begin to cultivate a sense of belonging that feels steady and true for you. Radical love is a sacred practice, and it begins with you. Now, what if the voices of spiritual giants could still speak directly to you today? In The Roots of Science of Mind, Christine Ruddy leads a soul-stirring exploration of the visionaries who inspired our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes. And the class promises to be a dynamic experience where deep ideas come alive through conversation, reflection, and spiritual practice. And you'll trace the spiritual DNA of our movement and discover fresh clarity for your own spiritual path. Sign up to explore the original spark behind our teaching and feel it ignite something in you. And scholarships are available for this class. So you can come and talk to me after service out in the social hall, or send an email if you're watching online to education@cslsr.org, and I'll give you all of the lowdown on how to get connected with these classes. Now, finally, nurturing our community. I was going to say committee. Why was I going to say that? Nurturing our community bidding begins today. I will get it out of my mouth, I promise. So here's how this works. You register as a bidder with our NOC team, who are out in the social hall wearing those white hats and aprons, and then you can bid on one or more of the 18 events that you would like to attend this coming May, June, July, August. And if you are the high bidder, then of course you get to attend. So your bid directly supports our center, and it's no small thing. So bid early and bid often. Now, I have got a couple of videos highlighting some of our upcoming Nurturing Our Community events, as well as an upcoming workshop from practitioner Christine Ruddy, which is called Creativity and Loving Kindness. So have a wonderful week.
Hi, my name is Christine Ruddy. I'm a remote practitioner at Centers for Spiritual Living, Santa Rosa. And I'm very excited to announce to you that I will be in the center on April 13th to facilitate a workshop called Creativity and Loving Kindness. In the workshop, we will move through a meditation and visioning process, which will spark creativity and inform you and inspire you to come to know yourself as the divine and encourage expression of that beautiful presence. So I look forward to meeting all of you, and I hope you join me there. Thank you.
Looking for a fun way to get outside, connect, and enjoy great company? Here are some events that bring people together for fresh air, good food, and interactive experiences you won't want to miss. First, Birds and Blooms Garden Tour is a scenic walk through gorgeous botanical gardens, ending with a relaxing picnic. It's the perfect way to slow down, take in nature's beauty, and share the moment with friends. Next, Let's Have a Pool Party is a dream for barbecue lovers, an interactive experience where you'll learn the secrets of slow-smoked pulled pork. Then dig into a delicious meal together. Hands-on, flavorful, and fun. Finally, the Ives Pool Party for kids of all ages is all about play. It features swimming, games, snacks, and plenty of laughter. A family-friendly event designed for everyone to enjoy. These are just 3 of the 18 incredible Nurturing Our Community events. Bidding starts Sunday, April 6th. Bid early and bid high to claim your spot.
That is so exciting. Yes, I'm hosting one of those events, and it's about sharing the wisdom of our grandparents. And so I'm excited to participate at Jan and Davis and Bob Hart's home. That's really exciting. And there are so many other ones over here. And somebody asked me, if you bid and then somebody else outbids you, do you still have to pay your bid? No. Just the highest bidder. Although it's a brilliant idea. We could just take everybody's bids and get rich fast. If there is something incomplete in you, or if you cried yourself to sleep last night, or you've got something exciting in your life that you want spiritual support to explore even deeper, whatever your reason, there is spiritual support available to you today, both on Zoom and in the room. Just go to our Zoom room, and you'll be matched up with a confidential, private room with a prayer practitioner. Here in person, go to the back corner, and Sherry, our practitioner on duty, will connect you. You'll see the chairs around the periphery where a prayer practitioner will be waiting with you. They will listen to your request, and then they will create a prayer for you to support you in whatever it is that is on your heart. So as you prepare to use that service, rather than think of the story of how you got to your request, just get to what it is you want. Share that with the prayer practitioner and let them support you in prayer. It's a wonderful gift to give yourself, just miraculous. With that in mind, won't you please stand as you are able, saying something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called life. Life is in my mind, life is in my body, and life is in my affairs. I think it, I feel it, and I accept it, just the way that it is, and just the way that it is not. Thank you, life. Know with me that you are never alone, that Spirit is right where you are, that you have only to look within at any moment to know that you're guided, sustained, and empowered by a presence that expresses itself as you in this world. In deepest gratitude, let us live our lives accordingly, so that in everything that we do and say and think, we honor this presence within. And so it is. Thank you for being here. Let's close in song.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my